Okay, let's go through this. This is a one-year food storage calculator that was given to us by an extended family member, and we just wanted to share it. We found it to be very helpful for our family in figuring out how much we need for a one-year supply. Um, you'll notice here in the instructions section that there's a link to kind of where these quantities came from, and uh, this is the link that it goes to, where the first presidency has given this counsel, and then these kind of general numbers have been put together from the church website. Um, you'll notice per adult it's suggesting about 400 pounds of grains, and then it goes through, and then down here with the water it's suggesting about 2 weeks per person. um, and that's you know the reason why they're saying that is because storing a year of water per person is usually not practical for most people. If you can figure out a way to do that, awesome. But usually, a few weeks of water is the typical advice. There's also more detail here about child portions if you want to try to adjust for that. The calculator does not factor that in, but this link here can provide more info on that. And of course, the website Provident Living is just a super great resource. Um, but just wanted to spend a couple minutes going through this calculator, um, and just kind of show some of the power of it. The real quick version is that the calculator not only helps you calculate how much you need for your family, but also allows you to enter in what you already have on hand in stock in your existing food storage, and then it subtracts that from the suggested total that's calculated, and it gives you basically what you still need to go out and buy to get to this 12-month supply. So it really is helpful in that way. For us, it kind of gave us a shopping list, and so it really kind of translates the counsel uh, of getting a 12-month supply of food storage. It translates that counsel into an actionable way to do that, and that's been really helpful for us. So I'll just quickly go through this, um, and kind of show you basically how it works. So you'll notice here the link that's in the description for this document. This is open and out there for anybody to use, but it's a view only file from Google Docs, right? Which means you cannot edit this directly. The idea there is that it's a template, and that you would save your own copy and then you can make changes to your own copy. So to do that, there's kind of two options. You come in here to File, you can either download it as a normal Excel file or another format, but really an Excel file if you want to edit it, or you can make a copy in your own Google Drive. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here for this video, right? And I'm just going to call it My Family uh, Food Storage, and I'll save it to my drive, and then I'll go ahead and open this up. And now what you'll see is that it can now be modified, and it's not view only. Okay. All right, so it's pulling up there. So the way this works is, as you'll see here, the way the calculator is put together is that only the fields that are either a white or a yellow color, light yellow like this, should be changed. Okay, these fields that have other colors like darker yellow and blue and green and everything should not really be changed. That's where the formulas are used in this document to do the calculations. Um, and down here at the bottom, you see all these tabs. Okay, the first tab is this one, the calculator tab. Then there's the summary tab that shows you, it kind of accumulates all the data from the other tabs and summarizes it here on this page. So it shows you the total estimated, what you already have in stock, subtracted from that, and what you still need. So this is just a really great quick glance tab that you can look at. And then we'll skim through these other tabs here in a second. So let's jump back to the calculator here. Let's say, and again, these other fields can be edited as well, and I'll talk about that in a second. But let's say that we have a family of 4 people, right? And again, this is not factoring in a smaller amount for children. Just we'll just say 4 adults to be on the safe side. But you might want to jump back over here and adjust things as necessary. But again, the calculator does not do that. So let's enter in the number 4. You'll notice here with the number 1 that again it goes off of these suggested amounts. So one person is 400 pounds of grain and so on. Okay, but okay, so let's do 4. So we'll enter in the number 4 there, and then what it will do is it automatically changes these other numbers. So now 4 times 400 is 1600. Now the calculator is updated all these amounts. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. Again, this is kind of how it's all figured out. So now what we're going to do, this kind of gives us what we need for our family of 4. If you jump over here to the summary tab, you'll notice all those new amounts are reflected here, right? So if we had nothing in our food storage stock, then this is what we still need to get. Okay. All right, so let's jump to this grains tab, and I'll show you kind of how this works. So again, the idea here is it tells you, all right, if you need 1,600 pounds of grain and you have nothing, then this is where you would start entering what you're starting to accumulate. But let's say in our case, we've already got some stock of some of these things. Let's say we've already got 500 pounds of wheat. Well, we can enter that in here. So you'll go into your food storage room or whatever. You'll enter, you'll kind of take a tally of everything you have. You'll put it into this, and then it'll be reflected on what you still need to get. So, in our case for wheat, we usually buy the buckets. So I'm going to say, just as an example here, that we have a quantity of 5 buckets, and let's say those buckets are 40 pounds each. Okay, so now it calculates 5 times 40 is 200 pounds. Now, and it reflects that up here in the in-stock area, and it subtracts that from our original. Well, actually, the subtraction, yeah, happens right here. So now instead of 1,600, it says we still need 1,400. Okay, and if you jump over here to the calculator tab, to the summary tab, that is reflected here. We have 200 pounds in stock. We still need to get 1,400. We're at 13% of our goal. So that right there is just the quick version of the power of this calculator. And these are just suggested items, right, for grain. Cornmeal, rolled oats, pasta, rice. So you want to go in here and you edit and add in all these. And there's different types of containers, right? So if you happen to get these in number 10 cans, then, let's say you've got 20 of those cans that are, I don't remember what they are, 10 pounds each, and that's another 200 pounds. And then everything else is updated additionally. So now instead of just 200, we've got 400 pounds of wheat, right? And if we want to do the same thing with rolled oats, let's say our rolled oats are in pouches. Well, you can put that in there. Let's say we got 10 pouches at 10 pounds each, and that's 100 pounds of oats, and then that comes in here, adds up to the 500. Now instead of 1,600, we only need 1,100 pounds of grain to hit our goal. And again, that's reflected here on the summary page. Still need that amount. Okay, so that's really how all these tabs work. If you click through, to the legumes and fats and oils, it's all here. It's super powerful and helpful. So I just want to touch on these last few tabs that don't have recommended numbers. And you'll notice here in the calculator that these don't have those numbers. And this really is because, most people will want to have other things besides kind of these core foods, right? Besides just grains and sugars and legumes and stuff. Maybe you want to shake it up and add some other stuff like dried fruits and canned meats, and something that tastes good if you want that, and then miscellaneous. So what you would do here is you would just add in whatever you want. Let's say that your family's goal is for a family of four, let's say that your goal is to have 100 pounds of dried fruit. I'm just making up this number. Oh, sorry, that's per person. So now it's calculating 400. So let's drop that down. Let's say 25 pounds per person. So 100 pounds total. And we'll just do 10 here. I'm again just making up these numbers. 5 here, and whatever you want in this one. Okay, so again, it multiplies the number 4 in your family, and here's your total. But again, these are numbers we made up because of these categories are a little unique. So then we come over here to our fruits tab, and it has our 100 that we put in there, our meats tab, it has our 40 that we put in, and so on. Okay, and these are just a few suggested items like dried apples, canned pears, whatever you want to add. You can edit this, right? You can say, or you can change these. Again, the format is still the same. It puts up these numbers. So let's say that you've already got some dried apples. Let's say you've got these in pouches and you've got 2 pouches of 5 pounds each. You've already got 10 pounds. It's going to put that up there and tell you, again, it still does the calculation. But the idea with these other categories is that you define those numbers based on what you want for your family. Same in meats, canned chicken or beef jerky. These are just some suggested items. You can add your own items there if you want, or just change these. Sweets, let's say you want to go to Costco and buy some brownie mixes or some cookie mixes or some chocolate bars or something. That's something that we've done a little bit of and is kind of fun to have in there. And then the miscellaneous tab, could be some medications that you want to store. I don't know how long those store, but it can really just be anything, just whatever else you want to add in. So yeah, when that's pretty much it. When you're all done, you're done going through your inventory and you enter all that in. You come back to the summary page. It shows you what you have in stock, what you still need to get, and this kind of acts as your shopping list. And what we've done is we've just tried to, every once in a while, maybe once a month when we're out shopping, we'll grab a couple things of wheat or some extra whatever, and we'll add that in. So, maybe not necessarily going out overnight and getting a year's supply of stuff, but just trying to add to it and rotating through it. So that's kind of the quick version of this calculator. Hope that helps. It's been really great for our family to give us some peace of mind and feel like we're trying to, get a little closer to hitting these goals and getting prepared.